Hello guys, the DB Grinder here, back at it again with another video, and this time we are going to be doing a market watch over 4 other YouTubers' channels, and I'm going to be going over their market watches and seeing what they say about things. Now the thing is, I've already watched over all of these, so that way I can do this very quick, so that way I don't waste any of your time. We're going to go ahead, the first one, talking about Photon Hypernova, how much the pack costs and stuff, that doesn't really matter. Talking about King of the Swamp, saying that it will go up because this is played in OCG after the deck gets hit. I also think King of the Swamp is definitely a good buy for a cheap copy. Pick up a playset now before everyone starts playing it, if it ends up coming down to that, because then the card will definitely be up by then. Also, he said if King of the Swamp gets hit, people are going to play Beast King of the Swamps, and I didn't even know this was a card. This is just not real. Don't buy this card. This is fake. That's not real. And then he said that the BLS link will go up because they're going to see a lot more play soon. He said he guarantees it, but I actually think this card isn't going to see as much play as people originally thought it would. A lot of the cash tier lists had this in their extra deck at one point, but now I don't think I've seen anybody play this in their extra deck because we have just found so many better cards and better ways to play with the extra deck. So I don't think this card's actually going to see play. And then Guardian Chimera, he said buy this now, but this card has a reprint coming very, very, very soon. So do not buy this card unless if you specifically need it for YCS in 2 weeks, because it is getting a reprint. It's on the front of a box, so don't get that. And then I went over OCG list real quick, talking about the Shaddolls. I think picking up Winda now could be definitely a good choice. If you want to go ahead, be prepared for the ban list with your tier deck, because there's a decent chance the tier is going to get hit pretty hard on the next list, since it hasn't been hit at all over the last 6 months. And then we have Asa. I think they said the Starlight Rare Asa is going to go up. I also think the Starlight Rare Asa is going to go up. It has definitely gone up a lot since I had originally realized this card will definitely be going up, since tier players are going to play it. To take Fenrir and stuff, that's going to be really, really popular. And also tier players already play this card, some of them, because you can force Shizus or take Shizus. And then, okay, going on to the next thing. Went over Tri Brigade in OCG. I don't think the Tri Brigade will be able to compete in TCG the same way that does in OCG, though. I don't think it's nearly as good over here as it is over there. Then hopping on to the next card, Moonlit Chill. They said that Moonlit will go up because it's going to start seeing play. I agree. I think the cheap copies of Moonlit are good. If you need some copies, they're literally $1 for 4 different copies of them. Then there's also the Secret, and you could get Starlight if you're rich. This card will see play. Cash tier players are playing it because it doesn't conflict with a Rise Heart like Valor does. Also, a level 3 tuner can be used to make Fleur, so you could go ahead and do that. Set up Fleur to play around Eclipse, Nib, and stuff like that. So I think this card will see more and more play. It's also a really good card for when time rolls around. And then kind of just talks about a bunch of the new stuff that's coming out. And then on to the next person, we have M Cole 40. And we're going to go ahead and hop in. So starting off, talks about the pre-sale prices and stuff. Now the thing is, I don't want to talk about the pre-sale prices too much about these cards, because I think that the Cash Tira stuff probably is going to go down. I think Thrust is probably going to go down. I think the Gravekeeper's card probably will stay where it's at. It might go up if it's only $30 right now. But the pre-sale prices just aren't real for cards. I would never suggest buying pre-sale cards, because you can win off buying those cards, but you can definitely lose off buying those cards too. And there's no point of taking that risk, to be honest. Goes over just a bunch of the cards. Again, I don't want to talk about a whole bunch of those. Obviously goes over the Megankos, because the Megankos are going up because everyone has started testing them. Jesse Cotton talked about them. We saw G-Nets top a regional with it. I actually posted the deck yesterday where YCS champion Elijah Green was playing it. So we've seen Megankos go up a lot. I don't actually think they're worth their current price. I think they're going to go back down, because even though they are gaining some hype right now, I think it's just because people want to play some fun cards. I don't think they're actually going to be used and played at the upcoming YCSs. I think some people will do well with it, but I don't think it's gonna hold its price. I definitely don't think that. I think it's gonna go down. Then he's talking about Geek Boy and its price, and he didn't really talk about these cards really going up or down. But I think that the Geek Boy, the ultra rare version of this, probably will go up just because like it wasn't like the easiest version to get. I think the Libromancers overall will probably start going down a little bit. I think they were good to get while they were hype, and I think now that people are realizing the deck isn't as good because it can't run that many going second cards, I think people are going to stop playing it as much. And then, see, on to this, the Chaos Goddess. So this is, I'm pretty sure it's just for old format. I don't really have a say in this card because I actually don't know what really plays. This is probably just Lightsworn, right? I haven't learned enough about Edison yet, so I don't want to speak about that. Ancient Fairy, this is definitely an old format card. He's talking about how like the Ghost Ray shouldn't be as much as it is, and talking about how the other copies are worth money. Like if you go ahead and look, like you'll see even like the secrets are worth money. Let's see, what does he scroll down to? All right, fair enough. So that's unfortunate. 15-second double ad. All right, on to the next one. I don't even care. We're skipping back and forth. Okay, so now we have MSTTV talking about Master of Blades. This card will not be played in anything. Yeah, it even talks about like Secret Jump, but it probably won't be relevant at all. This card should be 50 cents. It's not played in anything that I can think of. Even in old formats, like Dragon Ruler format, this card wasn't even out yet. So like this was played in like different Dragon formats. And right now, no one's going to play this in Kashtira. You're never going to get to the point where you summon Master of Blades. Then we see the Spring-ins. Merrymaker. This card has not been reprinted yet. Has only been reprinted in Lightning Overdrive. Did not get reprinted in the Megatons or anything. People are playing this with the new stuff that's coming out. All the new Spring-ins, the new Therion stuff. All of it kind of like mashes together. So if you have this card, maybe it's time to sell it. Or maybe wait like a week or two to see if the hype builds up. And then just get rid of it. Or, hold on to it if you're waiting to play the deck. Then we have Therion King Regulus. Has just one secret reprinting and shouldn't be printed until the 2023 Megatons. So that means it won't be coming out until about August, September, right around there. So I could definitely see this card holding its price, maybe. I think it'll probably go down, right? Because it's kind of hype right now. So I think if anything, the card will go down a little bit. Unless if, the Spring and stuff ends up being absolutely broken, then, we're going to need a hard ban list and everything for that, though. So I guess we'll find out. But I think it'll go down a little bit and not go up. Chaos Hunter, the Ultra's $2. The Secret Rare First Ed's $42. Got a holo reprint in Mavens, but that was really cheap initially, but is already starting to trend back upwards in price. I think seeing main deck, I don't think people are going to play it in the main deck, as it means that you can play the game without fear of being hit by Bystials. I don't think that's really why people are playing it. It's more in the side deck for when you play against a deck like Kashtira, because if you summon this when they have level 4 and XYZ, you summon this, and they have to have talents to take it. Otherwise, they just pass on nothing, and you win. It also will turn off the D-Fissure and the Shifter, so I think Chaos Hunter will definitely go up in price. And then on to the next card, we have Gishki Aquamirror. This card will go down. Yeah, it's ran out 1. More copies aren't necessary. No one's going to play it. Just like Gishki Abyss, a lot of players are hoping this card gets reprinted soon. It's just like the deck's not good. It's pretty much as simple as that. It's not the optimal build of the deck. You need going second cards. This deck will not be able to beat tier going second like ever. So it's like a big problem with the deck. Ground Collapse. This card isn't real. If it's in your commons, you can just go ahead and get rid of it. Seems really fun to play in Kashtira. Oh my gosh, that's wild. But no, you already block every zone in Kashtira, so you don't really need that. And then we have number 28, Titanic Moth. This is a pilot to get to Zeus and Kashtira. I actually don't think a lot of people know about this card because it wasn't really talked about very much. But a lot of Kashtira players will probably play this just to get to Zeus easier. And then, pretty sure that is it for that one. Okay, so now we can go back to this one. Alright, fair enough. Let's go. So, going right here, we got the Ancient Fairy. Ancient Fairies are going up. Honestly, if you have Edison cards, they're going up. All Edison cards are going up. Talks about Fusion Deployment. I actually think this is a good card to talk about. Not a lot of people talk about this card. But this card's going to start seeing play in Branded. It's going to see play possibly in Tier in the future because you can summon Rhinoheart off of it. This card has a lot of options to summon. This card is actually a very ridiculous card, but it locks you in the Fusion, so you can't play it in every deck. I don't think this card will ever be worth like a lot of money or anything. Like maybe the ultra rare from Eternity Code will eventually be like $3 or something, but I don't think it's ever going to be that much unless if it's really that meta relevant. But the thing is, it has a structure deck reprint and a 2021 Megaton reprint, so there's a lot of ways to get this card for cheap. And then talks about the branded in white, and talks about how the super rare version could go up. I don't think this is like branded in red and how that card was and how that card went up a lot. Branded in white is a one of. It has tons of reprints. Some people don't even want to play this card. So I don't think this card will actually be worth a lot. I mean, if it's in your common bulk, you know, you might, or if it's in your bulk, you might want to go ahead and, you know, pull it out just because it might end up being worth like $1 or $2. And then talks about the link. Come on now. Oh, that's crazy. Talks about the link for the Fire Fist. I don't really see why this is being talked about right now. You know, maybe in the future this card will end up being good. Maybe it's just because, like, it's one of the only cards that's worth money out of Fist of the Gadget. And people don't really remember that this card is even existing. So, you know, if you didn't know, now you know this card's worth a little bit of money. Not no $10 though. Direct by TCG player equals scam. And then talks about all the runic cards. The runic cards right now aren't doing anything because they don't do anything against these Shizu cards. Fountain target 3, activate, change, shuffle back 3, and you've lost the game. You instantly lose so much momentum out of that. So I don't think runic cards are being played right now, but there's definitely going to be a future deck with runic cards in them, let's be honest. Then talking about the super nimble mega hamster. So this card's being worth money for a lot of the copies of it, and the reason why is it's being played in Edison more and more. People are liking this card. It can set Raikou from deck in Edison, which is kind of broken, and it has a big booty, so you can just go like, they'll attack it, boom, this won't even go, set Raikou from deck, you know, you got some board presence, you got a pop, you got some mills, there's a lot of different decks that play this card. Honestly, like, you can throw this in as an engine in like a lot of the Edison decks from what I've been seeing. And then okay, so now the very last one is House of Champs. Now the thing is, I don't really have anything to say about this one because it's all just like pre-sales and stuff. Well, that's unfortunate. So it's all just like pre-sales and stuff. I don't really have anything to say about pre-sales and everything. I think like pre-sales are kind of whack. You'll have cards being worth a lot. You'll have, you know, you can win and lose on some things. But it really, cards are worth what people are willing to pay for them, and how much people are willing to drive down the price to get sales and everything. I don't think a lot of these cards are worth as much as they are. I think a lot of stuff is really just overhyped because of, you know, oh, this set's going to be crazy and everything like that. We got Starlight, Mirror Jade, Kashtira cards coming out, Thrust is coming out, the Gravekeeper spell. I think the Gravekeeper spell has a decent chance of holding price or going up. I think Thrust has a very good chance of going down. People are overhyping that card so much, but it's not that great. In the future it could be, but right now it's not that great. And with all that being said, I'm not going to hold you guys here any longer. This is already a 13-minute long video. In the future, hopefully we can do another video like this, but it won't be right when a set's about to come out, so that way it can be just more cards and me going over them. I have more ideas for market watches coming in the future. I want market watches to change and expand, and I want to be the one to do that. And with all that being said, the Market Watch Grinder signing off. Peace. Have a nice day. Stay safe.